Does a torn rotator cuff ever fully heal? The answer is yes. All tendons in the body have the ability to heal if you put them in the right healing environment. Some healthcare professionals will tell you that once a rotator cuff tendon is torn, there's nothing you can do about it, and the only option is to have a rotator cuff repair surgery. But what has failed to happen leading up to having a rotator cuff repair surgery in nearly all cases is that that person has not been put in the proper healing environment to make that tendon heal the way that it could. And it's a very simple and straightforward process. The first thing that has to happen is to take tension off the rotator cuff tendons so that it can have a chance to heal. If it's constantly on tension, it's not going to heal. The second thing is to fix the underlying root muscle imbalances so that you can take tension off the tendon for the long term. And then the third thing is to strengthen the muscles in proper balance so that you're not falling into an imbalance over and over again and flaring up your rotator cuff tear over the years to come. Efforts to heal the rotator cuff tendons usually focus on rotator cuff strengthening exercises and other shoulder exercises and stretches that actually add more tension to the rotator cuff tendons, which is exactly the opposite of what needs to happen in order to create a healing environment for a rotator cuff tendon. The predominant thinking in the medical field is to treat the rotator cuff tendon with medications, injections, and to try shoulder blade and rotator cuff exercises. And if they don't work, then sign up for rotator cuff repair surgery as a long-term solution. But in my opinion, the wrong treatment is being done. And it's not my intent to throw any healthcare providers out there under the bus. I truly believe that they're doing the best they can with what they know. And the facts are there just isn't much research on trying to heal rotator cuff tendons naturally. The research is focused on using medications, injections, and surgical procedures and tools and all the different things that are surrounding surgery. That's what they tend to focus on. So that's what's taught in schools, and that's what most healthcare providers tend to look at and think about when it comes to fixing a rotator cuff problem. But our medical schools, our physical therapy schools tend to go by what the research says, and people going through those programs usually don't change much from what they learned in school with what they're doing with their patients once they're practicing. So that's what we're getting right now. And there are glimmers of changes in the medical research, but we're so far behind, and it takes decades, generations for the medical research to catch up to normal everyday practice that you see in healthcare clinics. So to answer the question of does a rotator cuff tear ever fully heal, my answer again is yes, it can if you put it in the right healing environment. We just don't have enough research out there for the medical field at large to fully agree to it. And what we typically see is bad treatment done that doesn't heal the rotator cuff tears. And so the medical professionals are getting feedback from the patients that are going through these bad treatments and then making the assumption that the treatments don't work and that rotator cuff surgery is what needs to happen. So if you're out there looking for help to naturally fix your rotator cuff tear and you're with me here and you think that you can do this on your own, you have a shot to not have surgery, then I encourage you to check out the videos here on our YouTube channel to learn more. Educate yourself about the process, about putting your shoulder in the right healing environment. Go down into the description below here and find the playlist of all our rotator cuff tear help videos. And if you want to learn even deeper cuts, check out our rotator cuff tear recovery program. There's a link for that in the description below too. Hey, if this video was helpful for you, please give us a thumbs up. Please share this with somebody you think needs to see this. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the helpful videos that we post each and every week. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.